If you've never ever been in a toxic relationship, congratulations, you're winning at life. So around the time when I was in high school, I was looking for something that I could take serious. But I didn't have really many options to pick for because all I seen were the girls that went to my high school and the girls that went to my high school. I had a car when I was in high school, so I felt like, how can I expand my range in seeing girls that was not in the school that I went to? So I started to look on social media. I can't really say how I stumbled upon this girl, but hey, I did. I can't really remember what I said in the DMs, but apparently it was working because she was responding. So we chatted for a little minute, but I was real quick about getting out of the DMs because that's not a place I want to be for too long. She'll get comfortable and keep me in there. So I moved forward and got the number. When I got her number, I FaceTimed her immediately because catfish was a very popular thing at the time, and I ain't have time to play no games. So she didn't have too many pictures on her Instagram, but she had enough to catch my eye. But I promise you, when I got on FaceTime with this girl, I was immediately hooked. I can't even lie. The conversation was flowing, everything was fine, everything was great. It basically like we was texting, but it was a whole nother level, so the conversation elevated. We started to move forward, following each other on other social media platforms, getting familiar with each other on all things that we had going on. Now, my first red flag that I noticed was her Twitter. Twitter was very, very toxic waste. But me being me in high school, I'm like, she fine as fuck. Let me keep on talking to her. Now, if I could give you a quick rundown of what her Twitter consists of, it was along the lines of, men ain't shit, all men are cheaters, trusting men will only lead to your heart getting broken. Now, it did come across my mind as a flag, but the way it flagged in my mind was, if she meets someone like me, someone that wants to take her seriously, she's going to be hooked immediately. Hooked? Yes, but the memory of all the past relationships or whatever guy before me had done or whatever guy had done, it was still there. So let me tell you how I started to face those red flags eventually. So moving on with the story, I hadn't really seen the Twitter side of her. I only really seen the cool, nice conversation, sweet girl that I had been FaceTiming. Getting to know her, I eventually found out that she was a little bit farther than what I expected, but not too far that I couldn't drive for real. The only downside to the distance was it wasn't like a quick one and done. It was more so like I would have to start at the beginning of the day to have a real fun time with her so I could make it back home. My parents were very on me about not going too far with the car. It wasn't really mine, and I was new to driving. But I had other plans. At the time, I was trying to figure out how much it would cost to make that journey there, have fun with her, and also make it back without burning out the money that I had. Reminding you, I was just a high school student. Although I had a job, I was just a high school student, so I really wasn't getting paid that much. The job that I had was very flexible, so I could work from the time that they opened to the time that they closed. So I would try to max out as much time that I could to pull in the money to be able to afford this plan I had in mind.